Welcome, everyone, to This is Jackson. I'm your host, Barry Rosenzweig from the Jackson School District. Today is a special day. It's one of my favorite shows throughout the year, and every year, Goetz Middle School, the Carl W. Goetz Middle School right here in Jackson, has an academic bowl. They host the academic bowl, and it is fabulous. It goes from grades 5 through 8, and each school that comes to visit us as part of this bowl competes for their prizes and accolades and awards for this very, very academic adventure, if you will. And what's unique about this year is it is our silver anniversary, folks, the 25th academic bowl right here at the Carl W. Goetz Middle School. Now, we are in the media center of the Carl Goetz Middle School, and we have students and from various schools. We actually have 26 schools represented here, and it starts with, even alphabetically, starts with Bayhead, and it ends with Veterans Memorial Elementary School. So grades 5, 6, 7, and 8, they send teams. Now, every school doesn't send a team from every single grade level. Some send only 2 teams or 3 teams, and some schools do send 4 teams. So it's really terrific. Now, we have our own school participating as well, but Goetz has a 5th grade, a 6th grade, and a 7th grade team. There are 6 students in a team, and they compete in a game like Jeopardy! Every time they go into a room to compete, and there are 3 phases to this afternoon's competition. Each phase, they go to a different room to compete, and they compete against one of the other teams from the groups that are here. So we've got, for example, we've got 26 teams represented in 5th grade, which is 156 students. Grade 6 has 20 teams, 120 students. We've got 22 teams representing 7th grades, and that is 132 students, and 20 teams represented in 8th grade. A total of 528 students, including our own Goetz. Now, Goetz School has a 5th, 6th, and 7th grade team, so it's 18 students. But there are 528 students visiting us today from many schools. Some are elementary schools, some are middle schools, some are intermediate schools as well. So there are different names, but it's grades 5 through 8, our academic bowl right here at the Goetz Middle School. The coordinator for this is Samantha Metzger, one of our teachers right here at the school, and she has been the coordinator for most of the 25 years, and her assistant director for coordinating this entire program is Erin Ballou, and she has done it for a few years, not as many as Samantha, but she certainly is into it, and she really knows what's going on, and she's got her heart in it, just like Samantha. Now, I'm just going to walk over a little to my left, and you're right on screen, and when we go this way, we are going to catch tables behind me here in the media center, and they represent the staff members from the Goetz School that are involved. And there are at least 25 staff members, if not more. They represent various areas that they work in to keep everything on the up and up and so on. I'll explain. We have our scorers for grades 5, 6, 7, and 8. So at the end of every complete competition within a classroom between the 2 teams, we have our student runners, which are separate from our team members, and the student runners bring back the scores to our score keepers right here behind me. We have researchers as well who check if there's any problem, and we have anybody who is going to have an appeal if they question an answer. We have an appeal board right over here to my right, and We have assistant researchers, as I mentioned, and again, scorekeepers and so on. All volunteer work after school hours. This program begins at 3 and it doesn't end till 6 o'clock. But wow, what a day. Amazing, amazing event. Carl Perino is our principal here at the Carl Goetz School. 100% for this. He is super and backs these programs and events 100%, as I said. So here we are. We're going to talk to lots of people today. Welcome to This is Jackson, the Academic Bowl at the Goetz Middle School 2017. I have the pleasure of being with two teams that are here today to compete. To my right, we have which school?
Eisenhower Middle School from Freehold, New Jersey.
Freehold, New Jersey, yes! Good for Freehold.
Yes.
Battle of Monmouth.
Yeah, we've been there. Not as a school, but I've been there.
It's great. The battlefield is a marvelous place to visit. A lot of history. And have you been to Molly Pitcher's Well?
I have not.
It's right near the trestle. And it's behind the trestle as you go toward one of the orchards, battlefield orchards. And it's right behind the trestle. The original Molly Pitcher's well is right there. You don't really can tell. It's there, but you never know it. But it's right there. To my left, we have what school?
Lavalette.
Now, what town is that from?
Lavalette.
I hope so. That would be funny, right? No, that's not. But Lavalette School and Lavalette Elementary School. But you told me something interesting, so I'm going to run down. I'll be right back. You said it's what levels?
K through 8.
K through 8 in one school.
Yes.
How many students are in the entire school?
About 122.
Total?
49.
Oh, 149.
149. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you for correcting. Now, I'm going to get back to all of you for a moment, but here's what we'll do. I'm going to run first and get everybody's name. We have Eisenhower Middle School, Freehold, Lavalette Elementary, K to 8 from Lavalette, obviously. Here we go. Just your name, please.
Deepak Gopalakrishnan.
Excellent.
Catherine Antonelli.
Yes.
John Grunichang.
Yes.
Stephen Trindopoulos.
Stephen.
And JT Silver.
And JT, who knew his school name, which was very important, and where you came from. No, I'm just kidding. By the way, does anybody here live in Strickland Farms, the condo? Okay, because I live there right around the corner from your school. Okay, now, you are?
Jonathan.
John.
Michael.
Yes.
Stephen.
Tyler.
Kaylee.
And Kaylee. Well, welcome to Jackson, everybody. And we love being the host. Now, this year, guys and gals, it is our 25th anniversary of the Academic Bowl. The silver anniversary. It's been that many years. And have any of you been here before to compete? Yes. Oh, look at this. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, these are the professionals we got on camera. Okay, so here's what we're going to do very quickly. You ready? What do you do to prepare?
We go to practice every Monday.
Okay, but you do practice beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every week.
Every week. What kinds of things do you practice?
Well, our guidance counselor takes all questions used in previous years and we do a Jeopardy style game in practice, and there's all different types of subjects like Greek mythology or astronomy and so forth.
Not so easy.
No.
That isn't very easy. What do you find the most challenging part of being in this competition with all these other schools?
Well, when you're in a competition like this, even if you win some of your games, like last year we won all 3, you don't have a guaranteed shot of being in the top 3 because you got to make sure you get a lot of points and you got to make sure you get the high points for some of the rounds in the competition.
So it is like Jeopardy where you can choose numbers of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or so, whatever they are. So you do get some choice at different times, right? You get choices of choosing points?
Yes, and you get to choose the category as well for your round versus the other school.
Sorry, I snuck up on you there. I know you didn't expect that because I never know where I'm going to be. But it does get to be a challenge.
Yeah, it definitely does, especially if you don't know the answer to the question or it's math. Then you have to do the equations or calculations.
Yeah, so you got to be good in that. Oh, boy. And which area do you find that you need the most preparation for, just for you?
I think anything involving science is pretty difficult.
Right.
and I like spelling the most. That's my strong suit, I would say.
Excellent. So I'm going to ask all of you that question. You ready? Real quick. One answer. Your strongest suit is
Spelling.
History.
Sports.
sports. All right, cool.
Math.
Math, you see, you need him to help you.
History.
History. Now, Eisenhower, you see your competition from Lavalette Elementary School? Pretty cool. And they all have experience. Wow. And you do too. You guys are back again. How wonderful. For you too, when do you practice for this? Or how much practice do you prepare?
We practice every week on Wednesday mornings, and our coach, Mr. Krupp, helps us, like Lavalette said, with a Jeopardy-style game every Wednesday morning.
And is Mr. Krupp, has he been doing this with the teams for more than 1 year?
Yes, I think about 10 years now.
Oh, so he's really also a pro. Let me ask Lavalette, who can answer this? Who's your supervisor? Oh, you want to answer it? Okay. Who's your supervisor for this teacher?
Our main supervisor is Mrs. Carroll. She puts together the academic bowl, and she helps all the grades practice 5th through 8th. And she has been doing it for like 3 years now.
Wow. So she's the one who organizes the team and organizes the practices?
The practices, yes. And then we have 4 different teachers that come. She's the 5th grader helper, and our teacher is Mrs. Lorenz, who is the science teacher.
Okay, excellent. And you are representing which grade level?
8th.
8th grade. So what do you have here today? Do you have 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th?
Yeah, all of our middle school grades come.
Everybody's represented. Do you have every grade level represented for Eisenhower?
Yeah, our school is 6th through 8th, and all of us are here today.
Okay, so there is no 5th grade to draw from. So but you're competing in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Does it get you all charged up to know you're coming with all these other people who have practiced, like Lavalette and all these others, have probably done the same thing? Do you feel butterflies at all?
Yeah.
And when you get into the classroom, does it calm down at all once you're competing?
No.
Wow, you're charged up.
Yes.
Okay, I even knew that answer. And how do you feel inside yourself to have made the team?
Well, firstly, once you join academic team, you go to practices every week, and when you're in a competition, not all of us get to go to the competitions, and you need a certain amount of points to go to a competition, and those points represent all of the answers you've gotten correct during your practices. So personally,
Even practices have a consequence to it. So there's no let up for the pressure, which is what I was talking about. And you're right, it never lets up. So even during your practices, you are under that pressure.
yes.
Wow. What do you find the most stimulating to you for this bowl?
I find answering the questions and like getting them right and then like the moment I say the answer to the question is the most like stimulating.
It's a natural high, right? A natural high. Come on in close for a second, guys. This has been great. We have the Eisenhower Middle School from Freehold. And, what grade level? I forgot to ask you. 8th grade. So 8th grade team from Eisenhower Middle School Freehold, and the 8th grade team from Lavalette Elementary School. You guys ready? Excellent. You guys ready? The best to you. What a day. Our 25th anniversary. Goetz Academic Bowl. I want you to meet Nick, Lauren, and Sammy Sunshine right over here. Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
Hey, Sammy Sunshine.
Hi.
She never stops smiling. It's wonderful. We could shut the lights out, and we'd still have plenty of light from that smile. Guess what? We have many students that help out. You can't do it without student help to make this academic bowl run smoothly and to run beautifully till fruition, till the end of the whole program. So I'm going to ask you, what are you doing to help us? What is your job today?
My job is to correctly fill out the score sheet in my room and keep track of all the points.
Wow. Are you good at math?
Yes,
I hope so.
I am.
Okay. You know what? No kidding around. That's a very responsible job to do, because everybody who comes here to compete really is so excited that you don't want to make a mistake.
No, that'd be really bad.
You're right. So good luck. I'm glad you were chosen to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. Lauren, what about you? What are you doing today?
So I did the same thing Nick did, and then I organized the desk so everyone has a place to sit.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, and we're going to take some footage of the game actually being played, which we know is Jeopardy style.
Yeah.
But when they played, when a team plays, are they seated the whole time, or do they stand up at any point to choose to answer or to choose a point, or what?
The students are seated the whole time.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so even during not only the answer, but when they choose the category or when they choose the point structure that they're going for the question?
Yep, they're seated.
Okay, and you've made sure that everybody has a seat?
Yes.
Now, we're not playing musical chairs. You don't take a seat away if they get a wrong answer?
Nope.
That's good. Sammy Sunshine, what do you do today? What is your job?
I'm doing the same thing pretty much as both of them.
So your responsibility, come on in close again. The three of you, Nick, Lauren, and now what is your real name, by the way?
Sammy.
Sammy, okay, that's your nickname, Sammy. Okay, Nick, Lauren, and Sammy, and you are Sunshine, believe me. All three of you are really beautiful people.
Thank you.
I thank you for what you do today. But what makes me very happy is, did you have to be chosen for this, or did you volunteer? Did someone come to you? Who wants to answer that? How did you get to be a part of this team? Sammy?
I volunteered to do it.
Wow. And you knew it would be a lot of work and after school?
Yes, I knew that.
Have you competed on a team in the Goetz Bowl before, or gone to one of the other schools for an academic bowl?
No, I have not.
You haven't. But you wanted to be a part of it?
Yes.
Excellent. And what else? How did you get chosen, Lauren?
So my literacy teacher asked me to join and help out, and I said yes.
Wonderful. Makes you feel good inside, right?
Yeah.
And you realize that without your help, you cannot run a program like this. The event would never occur. No matter how many teachers we have, it just wouldn't happen without your work.
Yes, help from the student body is really important with this whole role.
It really is. Thank you, Nick. Definitely going to take over. When I retire, it's going to be the Nick Show right here. Not Nick Jr. Are you a junior?
No, I'm actually not.
So we can't be a Nick Jr. like on TV. Isn't there a Nick Jr.?
Yeah, there's a Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. Woo!
Woo! Well, you're just going to be Nick.
I'm okay with that.
Thanks, guys. You're wonderful, and good luck with your program today. And for all the work you do, thank you so much for participating. One of our student teams helping out in a classroom. Students make it happen. And our Get students have come forth for every job that needs to be done to make this academic bowl really work and hum as it goes. Okay. It's really been a wonderful interview. Your name is?
Emily.
Good. You didn't want to hum? I didn't think so. Okay, that's Emily, folks. And you are?
Katie.
Katie.
Juliana.
Juliana. Not Juliana, Juliana. Oh, Juliana.
Juliana.
Excellent. Okay, I have a niece, Jillian, but Juliana, beautiful name. I love it. So your name again is Emily, not hum. No, it's Emily. Okay, Emily, you have volunteered to be a part of this?
Yes.
And have you done this before at other academic bowls?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. First shot, and you're all 8th graders, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, as an 8th grader, had you participated on one of the? Had any of you participated on one of the teams in past years at the academic bowl? Anybody? No. Okay. What prompted you, Emily, to join the group of volunteers to make this work?
Because I've always wanted to be in the academic bowl, but I wasn't asked to, so.
So at least your dream can come true that you've participated in it.
Yeah.
You know what? That's excellent. That's really super. And that's what makes life so wonderful. And that's what will help make you always a success. You're going to go after what you need and what you want, and you'll go about it until you get it. And you volunteered. You weren't asked, but you volunteered where you knew you could participate.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Mm. I'm sorry. No, that's all right. And your name again is?
Katie.
There you go, Katie. Juliana? Right. Katie, your first time participating?
Yes.
Why?
My teacher asked, and I thought it would be a cool experience to be involved in school activities.
And what are you doing today?
Today we are substitutes, so if a team is uneven, we go in and play.
Ah, wait a minute. Come closer. Wait a minute. That means that you could be part of a team at some point during today's 3 sessions. We only just started the first session, not even 3 minutes ago. So there could be, if it's uneven, you get to fill in the slot.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
And I do want to ask you this, and Juliana, I'll ask you this first, and you can all chime in if you want. Do you have practices to prepare for this particular academic bowl?
No, because we thought we were just going to be volunteering. Then she told us that we are going to be substitutes, so we had no idea.
So you're going to go into this cold. Whoa. So you may see categories you really have no idea what they are?
No, we don't even know what categories are in the academic bowl in general.
Have you ever watched Jeopardy on television?
Yes.
No.
No.
Oh, you're in for a surprise. Juliana?
Yeah, yes, it's a great show.
It is. Thank you. I took the mic away. Say it again.
It's a great show.
It is great show. And you really have to think fast, because once the question is up there and they ask it, whoever's first gets it. They have to answer first. So it's really very pressurized. Are you ready for the pressure?
I'm not sure.
But you're willing.
Yeah.
You're ready to go if they ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? You guys are to be applauded, because it's something so different, and you didn't even get to do the practices. What is your strongest suit when it comes to an academic area?
Can you explain the question?
Yeah. What is your strongest, the one you love, the subject that you love the best?
Literacy, because I like to read and write. Yeah.
So if we did poetry as a topic, you would be pretty good with that.
Not necessarily, because that's not the best topic of writing for me. I like narratives.
And you too?
It's the only form of writing I actually like.
So you're only there. So we can't do poetry today, folks. No poetry.
Other than reading, it's the only thing I like to write. I don't like to write except for narratives.
So you can do stories. You guys love to write narratives, stories. Wow. And what is your strong area of interest and knowledge?
Social studies.
Okay, social studies. Nobody's a science nut?
No.
All right. These guys are wonderful. They're ready to go. They're ready to step in, even though they know it might be pretty rugged. But thank you so much for your enthusiasm and for your willingness to participate today. Emily, Katie, Juliana. It takes many hands to make this whole activity work. And as we said, there are 528 students here today, including our own teams that are involved from Goetz itself. But there are 26 schools, including Goetz, for this academic bowl. It takes many teachers to help make this come to completion and fruition and appropriately. So in this area, we are in the appeals area. Mrs. Schmidt to my left, Mrs. Brewer to my right. And ladies, have you done this before?
Many years. We've been appeal partners together.
Oh, well, that sounds quite appealing. Oh, that was so bad. Never mind. No pun intended. Actually, when I do a pun, as you know, it's P-U-N. People tell me I do 2/3 of a pun, just P-U. Okay. Anyway, sorry, guys. Sorry I had to subject you to that. But you've done this for a number of years.
Yes, we have.
And you guys have worked as a team?
Yes, we worked as a team.
So Give me an idea, whichever one of you want to start. Tell me what happens at this appeals table. Anybody?
Well, when a team has a question about whether their answer is correct, and they will send a runner here with an appeals question, and then we log the time and the room and the team. And here comes one now.
Mrs. Brewer already went. Here's the runner. The runner just came in. Mrs. Brewer's already going.
She's telling them what question that they're appealing, what team is appealing it, and they will now go back, look at the question, and see whether maybe they thought their question was right, and they said, and the answer that they had in the room said it was wrong, or something like that. So they sometimes there's some gray areas of questions. So the adjudicators will decide whether the response was correct or not correct.
Big job.
Yeah.
And certainly when every point counts for the totals that, to make a team win, it is actually it's incredibly important, every one.
And these kids are competitive. They work hard, they train, so they want to do well.
We were just talking about the fact that it's the 25th year, and Mrs. Brewer said that she's been here doing this for about 23 years.
23 years. Yes, I've been doing it for 23 years. Amazing how quickly time goes.
It does. And it's wonderful because your experience, and even as a team, working 17 years together since you've been here, it means you're a really well-oiled machine, as they say. You really get the job done. You know how to do it, and you do it.
Sure. Yeah. She's easy to work with, so makes the time go fast.
There you go. Well, thank you both. Thank you, Mrs. Schmidt, Mrs. Brewer. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for what you do. The appeals ladies at our event. We are with, to my left, the Big Mahoff. Dun, dun, dun. Let me just bow down. Oh, Miss Metzger, Samantha Metzger, the queen of the bowl here. She is. She is. And to my right, we have Ann. And Ann, your last name again?
Catlin.
Ann Catlin. Now, before we get to Samantha, who is the coordinator for the entire academic bowl, and Samantha works like mad, and with Erin Ballou, her partner, But Ann, you retired.
I retired last year, but this is my favorite event. It was when I was here, and it still is. So I had volunteered to Samantha that I would return to help edit questions and to be adjudicator and to do some of the playoff questions for 6th grade.
Wonderful. That's dedication. Yes. And you know what? That's what this is about. Academics and getting students involved, getting those synapses to fire up all the time, not only in preparation for today, but for the weeks before, but today itself, to be able to get fired up about academics. What a wonderful thing. And Ann, to come back, and she's retired and she loves it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll probably come back next year if Samantha will have me.
I love
knocking on your door.
The threat is taken. The gauntlet has been thrown down.
Oh, yeah, no,
and wow, thank you so much. This is great, but don't go away. Now, Samantha Metzger, yes. Wow, this is our silver anniversary. It's the 25th.
25 years, yes. 25 years of this wonderful event. My 17th, but yes.
It's wonderful. And just the facts. There are 26 schools represented here, including our own Goetz. There are 528 students represented on teams. We have numerous students who are runners just from our own school who are not competing, but they are helping out to get all the, appeals brought forth and the scores brought in. I mean, it takes a lot of work.
Direct traffic in the hallways and just making it an easier event for the students who do come and participate.
Right, because they don't know the schools, so they can say, gee, the laboratories are here, or the classroom is here, and we can help you get there quickly.
Yes, yes.
It's wonderful. So when do you begin? Samantha Metzger, coordinator for this event. It is now May, all right? It's almost the end of May in 2017. When do you begin preparing for the academic bowl?
Well, we're late this year. We usually have the bowl in March or April. But usually we start October. We start inviting schools and figuring out, who's going to come and looking for ideas for questions and categories. So, yeah, all school year. It's like a wedding every year. I've gotten married 17 times. It's okay.
You have a closet full of husbands. Isn't that interesting? Walk into Samantha's house, say, closet number one. Who's behind door number one?
Yes, that would be the benefit. They all go home afterwards.
Excellent. The benefits of marriage without the problems. Oh, my goodness.
Just the party. Just the party.
It's always a party.
And it is. I mean, if you look behind us, the crowd, it's a party. They have fun. The teachers come. They spend their time. You know, all these teachers worked all day, and they'll be here till 5:36, 6:30 tonight, helping out on their own. You know, they don't get paid to do this. They volunteer their time for us. So
That's what makes it so wonderful.
it is, and I think that's why Anne, came back because it's a great community. This is our Goetz community. This is Goetz.
And it's an academic community. And I know Goetz has all the other things too. Remember, we're a full academic school. So we have sports, and we have, technology and media, and we have everything here. But to have this, and you're right, Ann said it, it's her favorite event.
My favorite event by far.
And what was your teaching discipline when you were on active duty, as we say?
I was with Samantha, a science teacher.
Science. Good area.
Wonderful area. Definitely an area to go into for all the students. I used to tell my students they want a job after college. Science is the way to go.
You're right.
Absolutely.
It is today with this world, technology, science, it can secure your job.
Yep.
Absolutely. The STEM programs and so on. Science, technology, excellent. So thank you, Samantha Metzger.
Thank you for always coming and giving this great event the attention it deserves. We really appreciate you being here.
It is my pleasure. I never stop smiling because I love being with you and with your teachers and with the students. They are the best.
They are. We do.
So thank you for what you put in.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I have the wonderful, wonderful pleasure of being with our principal here at the Carl W. Goetz Middle School, Carl Perino. Carl, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rosenzweig. It's a pleasure to have you here as always.
Well, this is wonderful. And I believe I've done practically every one of the 25.
All 25? You've
Yeah,
been here for
I'm-
you're here
yeah.
for the silver anniversary this year. Awesome.
I love it. I
Yeah.
really do. What a magnificent day. The feeling of the charge, the electricity in the air from the excitement of both students, teachers in the classrooms, as well as all the volunteers back here.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, Miss Metzger and Miss Ballou do a wonderful job, but there's so many volunteers. You can see in the background, there's teachers that are here for several hours today, but all the work they put in going into it in the first place is monumental. The kids are excited. They got their pizza, so as long as they got their pizza, they're happy. They get their shirts, and they're running back and forth. They're literally runners today, getting those scores back and forth so we can have this healthy competition between 88 teams. So the most we've ever had on our silver anniversary. It's a nice, it's a fitting tribute to today.
Excellent. 88 teams, and there are 6 persons in a team. Every team, whether it's 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, there are 6 students in each team. How wonderful to just involve hundreds and hundreds of kids with this.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I know the kids as they come in from the other schools, they're excited, they're in awe when they get into the gym, and then when it gets competitive, you can see they not only are they enjoying it, but they want to win, and it's good to see healthy competition with academics, and where the kids. They're not stressed out or anything. It's fun, it's engaging, and they had to learn a lot just to get here.
Well, and some of the students who we interviewed earlier in the show were saying that, when they have questions in this Jeopardy type game, there are areas that they are just not really secure in.
Yeah, it's hard to prepare. I know that you might know sports, you might know history, but there might be questions on TV and pop culture. There's questions about every subject that you could possibly imagine. So it's good to be an all-around intelligent person to be able to do well in this competition today.
Yeah, it really is. And what's so sweet about it is that to challenge a student's mind is what education is all about. And I know you as the principal are engaging, try to engage your students in all kinds of activities, academics, sports, technology, whatever it may be. And it's all available right here under your tutelage. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you very much for putting it that way. I put it on the staff here. We have a wonderful staff here at Goetz. I'm just lucky to be at the front of the ship as we're sailing in a very good direction. And the community is very supportive of the things that we're doing here. The PTN is outstanding. And the support of the administration, central administration and the board. Everybody is working together to make all the successes we have. We have successes on the field. We have successes with extracurricular. Our plays and our shows are outstanding. And in the classroom, we do pretty good for ourselves as well.
I would think so. Yeah, your reputation here at the Carl W. Goetz Middle School is outstanding. And again, the reason is, like Carl said, Principal Perino said, it's teachers, it's the parents, the PTN that really backs anything you need. They are there for you.
They are. Yeah, they are. We had Miss Ulray take over as a PTN president, and there's a whole committee of people. They're in the school every day doing something wonderful for the kids. So it's a nice connection we have going.
Yeah. And thank you for hosting this. This is wonderful. We've been speaking with Principal. End of round one. We've got 3 rounds today, so it's the end of round 1, and we are going to see students going through the halls now to their second game or their second second classroom that they'll be in for the second part of the competition.
Yep.
So again, thank you so much,
No problem.
Principal Perino. We're at the Carl W. Goetz School, the 25th anniversary, the silver anniversary of our academic bowl, and thank you for being the master of the ship, and really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having us out here. Go Cougars.
Go Cougars. Wow, what a day, what an afternoon here. The academic bowl is still on. It's going to be finished pretty soon, but here we are at the Carl W. Goetz Middle School, the Cougars, right here in Jackson. And it's wonderful, this annual event. It's their silver anniversary, and we've talked about it throughout the entire show. And just thank you so much for Carl Perino, the principal, for maintaining and continuing this magnificent tradition. It is the 25th silver anniversary of the Academic Bowl, involving so many students. And what's so wonderful is the teachers give of their time and give of their expertise. And you even heard from when we did the interview with the appeals judges, that they had been doing this one did it for 17 years, and the other, Mrs. Schmidt did it for 17 years, and Mrs. Brewer has been doing it for 23 of the 25 years. How dedicated is that? So all those teachers that were in the room in the media center doing the various jobs, and then every classroom where there was a Jeopardy game going on with 2 teams competing, that had a teacher there as well. So we're talking another 26 teachers for 26 different games, and there are 3 sets of games during this bowl, the Academic Bowl. So thank you for tuning in today to This is Jackson, and I hope you've enjoyed this academic event. It is wonderful. It is the annual event here at Goetz School, the Academic Bowl. Take care. We'll see you next time.